Hey everyone, it's Neon Polygons, and today I want to give you a look at my Mac Mini from late 2014, which runs an Intel i5. So, a little bit of background on this. I purchased it back in 2015, 2016, and it was running, just fine. It was running perfectly smooth, no hiccups or anything on it. And in terms of hard drive space, it was fairly empty. It's a 500 gigabyte hard drive, and I'd say at most I was using only 100 gigabytes of space. And ever since upgrading to High Sierra and Mojave, it has just crawled to a sluggish pace. When I mean crawl, I mean every time I try to boot up this Mac Mini, it's about a 5-minute startup. And I don't quite know what's wrong with the machine. I don't believe it's a failing hard drive because I do hear the hard drive spin. I am able to transfer things, quite easily, but they just run at a god-awful pace that I am like lost for words in terms of why. Would I recommend this in 2020? I'm now questioning that. I mean, technically, these Mac Minis, you can theoretically get them cheap, but, the point of having a great Mac Mini is to ensure that you can, do simple task at least, fairly properly. And just to kind of show you an example over here, I'm just trying to install Microsoft Office for Mac 2011. And now I know it's not supported. And on Macs that I have that are much older than this, they actually install, I'd say, probably in 20 minutes tops. Now, it says 48 minutes right now, but I've been here for almost an hour and a half. I don't know what the hell is taking so long. I mean, would I recommend this now for anyone in 2020? No. I would not recommend getting a Mac Mini from prior to 2016 to use in today's standpoint, unless you can get them running on, I'd say, when I got it, 10.13, I believe. Or no, sorry, 10.12. So I'd say if you can get this running on Mavericks, it's probably more preferable than running this anything on 10.13 or 10.14, unless you're okay with sluggish pace. Now, all else considering, I mean, it looks great. It has all the features you need. It has a built-in speaker. I can Chromecast from this as a media machine quite well. But everything just is like bad and just horrendously sluggish. And I know a lot of people out there have done videos on Mac Minis being used in 2019 and 2020, and they highly recommend it. I'm actually doing the exact opposite and saying I do not recommend it. If you upgrade to the current OS, which is 10.14 or 10.15, it is just a terrible experience in my opinion. And yeah, like even, I'll show you an example. I'll go here on, who just moves this aside, and let's just go to YouTube. And I literally just typed in YouTube, and that took like, 10-second delay loading the page. I know it's not my internet speed because I actually have a 1 gigabyte of internet space on, 1 gigabit internet running, and let's just go to any computer. And as I'm trying to scroll, it is just so laggy. It's ever since I've upgraded to OS that this has happened. And the thing is, I know people say like, well, that's what you kind of get when you upgrade an OS. I needed to actually upgrade the OS in order to use a number of applications that I do for work. So, what the fuck is this? I mean, I don't even know what the hell that shit is. So, you know, just even a simple thing like upgrading, you know, installation is, you know, just, I don't know. I followed all the steps that other people have recommended in terms of like speeding up your Mac, and none of them have worked. I've, you know, organized my SMC. I know for a fact that hard drive space is not an issue on this. It's a clean factory reset. I mean, I have no idea like what else to kind of to tell you guys, but my recommendation is if you want to get a Mac Mini, it's okay to get it from late 2014 as long as you don't update to anything beyond 10.12. Ever since running this on 10.13 and 10.14, again, maybe it's just my experience, but my experience has been just terrible ever since upgrading the OS. If I would get a Mac Mini, I would just say, you know, again, these things are not very high powered, so try to get the most recent that you can. It's 2020, so I'd say anything from as recent as or as far back as 2016 is okay. Yeah, I mean, here's just like kind of another terrible example. I'm just trying to download iMovie onto this computer. I've now been at this shit for like almost an hour. And again, this is nothing to do with the internet speed because I have like a gigabit internet. And I've done internet tests right now and they're running fine. And yeah, so I guess maybe this video is more of a frustration video than as opposed to an actual hardware review. But I guess that's literally my review, is don't do it. So, Mac Mini prior to 2016, do not get unless you're okay with getting a, unless you're okay with having OS 10.12. Anyways, this is Neon Polygons. Hope you do not enjoy this video, but if, you know, you want to like bitch about my review about this Mac Mini, or you have some solutions that I could potentially try that are just not, you know, the typical solutions that you see from other YouTube videos, please comment below because I could use any help I can get. Thanks, and talk to y'all soon.